It's long overdue, but we're back with the last video in our 3-part focus on the boat upgrades to Manu Nui, our Intrepid 377 Walkaround. This video is all about attention to detail as I walk through the finishing touches on the upgrades Jeff has been working on to get Manu Nui in peak condition. Being boaters in Florida, of course, one of our favorite things to do is spend time relaxing on the water with friends. But it's just not the same without good tunes in the background. So Jeff made sure to replace the old amplifiers with more powerful JL audio amps and added a subwoofer. And while he was working in the closet, he also installed teak holders for commonly used equipment and an EPIRB. Speaking of teak, while there isn't much teak on this boat, what little teak there is had been abused over the years from pressure washing and scrubbing, which left it very uneven and worn. So Jeff sanded down flat the teak on the steps up to the bow and on the transom, and then applied 12 coats of all-wood MA gloss. Non-skid went down before the last coat, and it is now safe and beautiful. With hot summer days in the near future, we think you can never have too much cold storage on a boat. So we added a sliding base for our bright blue Arctic cooler under the helm. Many of the access hatches were either missing their hydraulic struts or just never had any installed. So we replaced those and added some to the often accessed lockers. Good idea, Jeff. Now, Intrepid did an amazing job designing almost everything on this boat for durability, functionality, and ease of repair or replacement. They did not do this for the 4 Group 31 batteries under the helm. Or maybe they did, and someone later modified it on our boat. Either way, the batteries were contained in oversized battery boxes that made it nearly impossible to remove them. But Jeff always perseveres and was able to replace all 4 with powder-coated aluminum trays for ease of service and access. As I mentioned before, it gets pretty hot in the summer, and if you missed it on a previous video, you'll now notice the new sunshade we added for the aft cockpit that attaches to the hardtop and carbon fiber poles. Finally, at least for this video, we installed an air horn. The biggest hindrance to navigation on our lake back in Texas was jet skis. So we installed an air horn on our last boat to make sure they heard us, since they usually didn't see us. Manu Nui didn't have any signaling device, so, of course, Jeff found an even bigger and better air horn for this boat. He installed a Kallenberg air horn with compressor because, especially in open waters, you can never be too safe. And of course, it turns out, even in the open waters of Florida, our biggest hindrance to navigation is jet skis. That wraps it up for the major upgrades we made to Manu Nui this past winter. But we're well into spring now and enjoying the beautiful weather Florida has to offer. So next video, we'll get back to showing off more beautiful scenery and excursions. Until then, thanks for following the adventures of our Mad Beach life.